So in that case, this filter option is going to be very, very good. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so fine. So this is a question number one. And if you want to see that students in different colors, what you can do is you can simply drag your student and just through this, you will be able to see that students max in different different colors. And if you want to see total also, so you can just drag your total and just leave that one here. Now you can see this on the top, you can see this on the top, you can see question number 2. On the bottom, you can see total marks of this particular guys. Okay, so is this the total thing? Why total has come less? Okay, so I think the total is, what is the data set which I've taken? This is marks 2. Okay, so total is coming to 33. But why this total is not being shown here? So if you want to check anything, the total is seen only 33. Why this is not shown? Okay, so I think something is wrong with the total. Fine. Then this is simply like whatever the question that you want, you can simply take that and you can see how much you can see. And on the right side, you can see how many null values are there. So this right top end, it will tell how many null values are present in the overall sheets. So overall, there are 23 null values. Okay, so if you see this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you add all these things, okay, there are 23 null values out of the total thing. So that is what you can see here. Okay, so this is just starting off this one, and the filtering option also should. Now, if everyone has got that data sheets which have shared, like GDP is one, and the second one is Tesla sales. Whether everyone has got that one? Whether all the students received that data?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if everyone has got that data, so we'll see that one. So I'm just closing this one and I'm starting right from the beginning again. So if I just open that GDP data sheet which I have got, so this is GDP data. Now you can see, as this is the total data, the first tab is showing data indicators. So these are the three things, but we are going to
Sir, your
perform
voice is
our
bit
activity
lagging, sir.
on these things. My voice is a bit lacking, so but I think connectivity is fine at my end. So now is that fine, or it is like that only?
Yeah, sir.
It's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. So if anything like lagging or some problem, just let me know. Fine. So this is what the GDP data which I've shared, and I hope everyone has access to this at present. So now if you see, this particular data has first 2 or 3 rows empty. Okay, and next country name is there, indicator name, year 2002, 2003, 2004. So this is what the total data. And if I see how many rows are there, so there are 237 rows. Okay, so that means 237 countries are there. Uh, if I just remove that first four, it is 233 data. And so GDP indicator name is everything. This is common. The first column is common, GDP, gross domestic product, and it is current US dollars. And if you start here, 2002, what is GDP of Afghanistan? 2003, what is GDP of Afghanistan? So this completely tells the data contains from 2002 to 2016. 14 years of data is present, and you can see how this data is increasing, decreasing something. Suppose if you want to check what is the position of India, so, and there might be some, suppose you can see in this data, so Congo data which is not present for 2009. There might be some blanks also, so the data is not for completely filled. So the data is not completely filled. So there are certain in between. There might be some blanks also or null set, null values. Okay. So once if I try to open this data in my Tableau, I just wanted to see how the 230 plus countries are performing in terms of GDP. So if I just open that file, so since I know that
Somebody else's
GDP
account.
data is what so GDP data is the file which I've shared that with you. So if you just open that one, so now I got three sheets. So earlier we have worked only on one sheet. That's why it has automatically taken how many rows and how many columns are there. But here it is asking for what is the exact data source that I would like to take, because there are three sheets. Sheet 1 contains data, sheet 2 contains metadata, sheet 3 contains metadata indicators. Okay, I hope you can just see that one. So this is sheet 1, this is sheet 2, and this is sheet 3. And sheet 2 and sheet 3 is simply the currency, like what exactly the basic content which has been given. And sheet 2 contains only the data of the countries, nothing more than that. So data, sheet 1 is the sheet which contains the total data. Okay, so now I need to double click this. Okay, if I double click that, I'll be able to get access of data. Now you can see country name Afghanistan, Angola, Albania. If I want to remove this one, so probably what I can just take back this one. Again, it has completely become empty. So probably if I want to see the data in sheet 2, I need to double click this one. So here, as I told, it has got only this metadata, and you can see a globe symbol here. Okay, the symbol here which is talking about metadata country code. So that's why the globe is seen here. And so this is ABC, which is a string, ABC, which is a string, which is ABC is string, ABC is string. So all these are simply strings or a collection of characters. Okay, and you can see there are 5 fields totally and 263 rows. So this is what in metadata to metadata countries. And I don't want to see this one. I want to see metadata indicators. Okay, so if I just drag that one, it has got only ABC, 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 ABC. 4 fields are there. So 4 fields and just one row. Okay, but these are only the description of the data. So this two metadata countries and metadata indicators are nothing to do with our analysis. So I'm taking that back. If I want to open what is the data here, so there are two options. Either I can double click. If I double click, I'll get this here, or I can simply drag and drop here. So I'm just dragging and dropping here. Okay. So now you see my total data is present, and as my initial 2 rows, okay, so initial 2 or 3 rows are empty, I can see the same thing here. So field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4, field 5, field 6, and there are two empty sheets completely. So 2 or 3. If I just go to my original, my sheet 1 here for doing some calculation, so we can see here this is showing F1, F18, F2, measures names, F10, F11. So
Yeah.
these are talking about fields, and it will be arranged. Yes, was anything? Anyone has got any doubt or any
So I
issue?
didn't speak. I think someone spoke in between, not me.
Oh, okay, okay, fine, fine. No, if because I'm not in my cabin and I've come down for examination section, maybe because
Excuse
of
me,
that.
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, most of us are not able to understand. So it would be better if you held classes just like before. We are in
Uh,
the class. We came searching for you, sir. You weren't in the cabin, so.
Yeah, so actually, I was not in the cabin. I've come down for examination section and I'm taking class from that place. So that is the problem. Okay, suppose as you are not, I think Ananya is telling that most of you are not able to understand. Uh, like what is your class after this class or something? Till what time you'll be in campus? Like the students who are in campus.
After 1:30.
The till 2:30 we have class.
Okay, so after this class, you have any scheduled class?
Yes, sir.
Or
MSCR we have
okay, so will you be free anytime after this class? Probably
after 2:30, sir.
after 2:30 only. But I think after 2:30 I have some work. Okay, so like
Sir,
what
we can do.
exactly? Yeah, like what exactly is the problem? Like maybe even if I am physically present, I'll be taking like this only, or is the problem with voice or content? Like what exactly is the problem?
No, sir. It is a new thing, na, sir. So it's hard to understand. So even I am recording the class,
Okay.
but for now being it's not. So if in next class you'll just recap this, then maybe it's fine for us.
That is what even I feel now. In the last class, what I have taken, I'm just taking that only. Like first, I've told how many like names of the students, question one, question two. But this is one which I've taken a second database. That's what. Or if you want me to slow down a bit, I'll try to do that. Maybe
Uh,
it uh, is somewhat a solution for now.
yeah.
Can I
It
just go like
yeah.
that, or like what exactly do you want me to do?
So
Because
it's
I
okay, sir.
feel
You can continue now.
yeah.
A bit slow, and
Okay,
uh, and next class we'll do that again
as
a
usual.
small recap of yeah,
Yeah,
as
I'll
usual.
do that small recap, and probably from next class I'll take from in classroom only, so that will not have any problem. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
for today, so just try to adjust because I think as already class has started, and I don't want to waste time by shifting here and there. Okay, but fine.
Okay,
So
okay, sir.
no issue as since this is a. I hope you understood about this database, right? So this is a database
Yes,
which
sir. Yes, sir.
contains GDP of some 230 odd countries, and from 2002 to 2002, Berlin is performing. How Belarus is performing. So this is what overall data management and visualization. So what is either this data is increasing or decreasing, or this country wise in 2008, what is the performance of different countries in terms of GDP? So for that, I'm just using a Tableau. Okay, so this can be done even with the help of Excel. So colorful and simple drag and drop options will give you better output. So this is what we just wanted to see. And if you want to see the data sheet, okay, so where exactly that you are going? So not now. 1 minute, guys. It's coming again. So but usually this should give that data, but why it is not showing? Okay, so if I just take that GDP data, so I'm just tracking a file, nothing more than that. And in this file, I have three sheets. So sheet one is talking about data, sheet two is talking about metadata countries, sheet three is talking about metadata indicators. So this is simply a description or explanation. So this is also explanation, nothing more than that. But data is the main file which is having the total data. So all 14 years data, 230 odd countries data. So I need to do some visualization with the help of this one. So I'm just taking that one for getting that sheet particularly. So I have to either drag. I can drag and drop, or I can double click. So both will give same work. Now if I see here, all are talking about ABC, 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 ABC data. So some numbers, something like that. Okay, F1, F2. So if I just go to my original place here, now you can see this is F1, F18, F2, F10, F11. So these are dimensions. That is the descriptions or categorical variables. And from F10, F11, so this will align as per number. So all ones will come here. So as one is here, so it will take 10, F2 related. As twos are not there, it has come to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is simply taking care of this table. But the main problem in this table is we have some null values in first two rows and 2 to 3 columns. Okay. So to avoid that, what I can do is there is something called as in down the day connections. There is something called as sheets. If you just check this one, so use data interpreter. Now you can see my total null values has gone. Is that clear, guys? I think this is what, whenever you get any data set with first 2 to 3 rows empty or first 2 to 3 columns empty. So to avoid that empty rows and columns, we should be taking checking this cleaned with data interpreter. So this is what usually done by this Tableau. Now, if I am just going to my sheet one, you can see earlier I have got F1, F10, F3, 4, 5, F11 something. But now you can see that initial 2 to 3 rows and unwanted columns got cleared automatically by Tableau, and it has taken country name and indicator name, measure names. So this italic thing has been default created by Tableau. 2002, 3, 4, 5, so 16 data. Okay, so data and longitude, latitude. Whenever you see any country data, any country name in the database, it will show something called as this longitudinal longitude and latitude. Okay, so this is what you can see. And on the left side, you can see this country name. You can see a globe symbol. Okay, so if you just try to click on that, okay, and see geographic role. Okay, so if you hover your mouse on that, you can see it is highlighting country or region. Is that clear? You can also check simultaneously with your system that is that happening or not. So country name, and that country name, if I just click on that, when I click geographic role, though it is a, collection of characters or a string, it shows a country or region here. Okay, suppose instead of that indicator name is also showing some ABC, I click this one, and if I just, and usually this is also a string, and geographical role is country or region. And for the second indicator name, it is also a string. If I just go to geographic role or something, so it is not showing anything here, it is showing none. Is that fine, guys? Is that fine? How do you differentiate
Yes, sir.
the country name? Okay, and you can see here there is latitude and longitude, and the brackets you can see whenever you see italic thing, either data or latitude or longitude or measure values. This has been created or generated by Tableau, and this latitude or longitude you can see it is already written as generated. Okay, so this is what you can see. So this is already written as generated. Okay, so these are there. Okay, so it is. So this is what the this particular country's
Sir,
GDP in 2002. I'm just dragging that one and I'm leaving this. Yeah. Any doubt? Okay, so GDP is like this. Okay, suppose if you don't want to see that one, and you don't want to see this, and if you just take your country name and drop here, okay, so now it will take some time, okay, so depending upon your system capacity, and it will show your overall the countries, okay. Now, so this is country India, and this is country China, and this is country United States, and this is country Iceland, and this is one field which is country. And columns and rows, you can see latitude and longitude automatically has taken care here. Okay. Suppose if you want to see what is the country's GDP in 2011, I'm just taking that one and leaving here. So now you see there are only United States, whatever
Sir,
country that you take.
sir, for us, that latitude and longitude, it's not
Yeah.
showing, sir.
Latitude, longitude is not sure, but are you able to see your visualization graph, the country's GDP in the screen? Were you able to
No,
see
sir.
this? So you are not able to see this value also. So this also you are not able to see.
I can see, sir. I have that data and measure value at the end, but not that latitude and longitude.
Okay, suppose assume that if you are not able to see only these two options, can you see sheet one is showing like this? Like the map you are
Sir,
able to see here? Yeah.
the values are showing, the data is there, the measure values are there, but the latitude and longitude is the only one which is not showing up.
Okay, so that be getting that, or some people will not be getting that one. This thing, then there is no problem. So this that depends upon the version of Tableau that you are using. Maybe if you have downloaded a newer version, it might show some other thing, or it might not even show. But that is not an issue. Okay. But if you are not able to see, I'm just drawing 2014 and leaving here. So this 2014, I can see only very minute at United States and China. Remaining, I'm not able to see. If Pranati, you just try to drag and drop one country's, sorry, 1 year's GDP in the map. Are you able to see any small dots? I hope all of you can just try dragging and dropping 1 year's data here, and if you can see the particular country in your system or not. We just take a couple of minutes to check that one. Are you able to see this or not? Like how many of you are able to check, get this visualization? So clear the data by just doing this one. So clean the data. Once data is clean, you'll be getting everything here. So you can see a globe mark here, ABC, some text content. So once you get into your basic first sheet, you should be able to see this one. Are you able to see this small dots? To maximize that, what you can do is edit sizes. Okay, so if you just go to that edit sizes, and here this is automatic size. Okay, so now you want to increase that one. I'm just dragging that. So now you see I have increased that and apply. Okay, so once I try to increase that, it is getting bigger and bigger. Okay, maybe you can try with that with the different colors also. Now you can see difference.
5 ರೂಪಾಯಿ
I
ಅಲ್ಲೇ
have
ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ. ಹ್ಮ್
Fine. So this is what you want to so that you can see these values. So this is what the GDP of a different countries in different in that 2000. Are you able to see this in your system? Is at least one is able to see this in their system? Pranati, what about you? Can you see that in your system?
Sir,
Yeah.
can you show us how did you do that map thing? Because when I drag, I'm getting that box numbers, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. So so see, I'm just doing Control Z for all. Now it has become complete. Okay, so now I don't have anything here. So take country name, drag and drop in your canvas. Okay, so don't take, if you just take country here, either country here, row or column, you'll be getting a table. So instead of that, what I'm telling you is, so just take country name. Now you'll be able to see that dots in a country here. Okay, so just take country name. Are you able to see this in your systems?
Yes, sir.
Take
Now we can see.
Okay, so you're able to see that. So then I'm just willing to check like 2009, what is the GDP of different countries. Okay, so yeah, when I just drag and drop, it will be very small. Only United States will be seen here or China, some places. Okay, but because of the size issue, so once you just go and the right side below that show me option, you'll have something called as sum 2009, and if you just click that one, you will be able to see something called as edit sizes. Okay, so edit sizes, that means this is very very small and only one or two countries data has been shown here. So we want to maximize that. Okay, if you want to change that size, so you just take that somewhat bigger. Okay, next, use apply. So once you click apply, you'll be able to see that dots in a bigger size. Okay, so earlier the dot was very small, now it has become bigger. And if you want to see that colors, the country's GDP in different colors, what you can do is you can just drag that and just leave that here. Okay, so as the data points are 236 or 33 something, you, this is somewhat a better visualization, and bigger the circle, higher will be the GDP of that country. If you want to see that level, what you can do is you can click that here. So this will confuse us. Okay, so this is what something where you can see some sort of confusion will be there. So small countries, and you can see India's GDP is this one. So only the bigger circles GDP will be seen here. Okay. Suppose if you don't want that one, you just uncheck so that you can have somewhat a better and clear visualization. Is that clear, guys? So this is 2000.
Yes,
While
sir.
you, yeah, while you are creating any dashboard, okay. So if you are creating a dashboard, so this is going to be the final either case study or some last thing. First, you should know how to create this basic sheets: sheet one, sheet two, sheet three, sheet four. Once you are thorough with the different all sheets, so then we can go. And here there is something called as sheet one here. You if you want to change this, because this is 2009, but only I know that this is 2009. Maybe I can close the data today, and if I want to open that after 10 days, or if I share that to you by just like this, probably you'll not be able to get like what data that I'm talking about. So here what I can do is I can change this sheet name as 2009 GDP data. So this is what 2009 GDP data which I've mentioned. Okay, so I can just click apply. Now you can see GDP data has been applied here. And instead of that, if you want to do something here, so there is some sheet one here. Here also you can make it as GDP of 2009. I'm trying to give some other name. Whatever the change that I do, probably I'll be able to see the here also. Okay. here if you want to make any other corrections, okay, edit title, format title. So format title, I can just go to title here. So here I can do some sort of changes. Suppose if I want to use this color, okay, so now you see that heading has slightly changed into this color. Suppose you want to change to this color. So this is 2000, like some other color. Suppose you want to use this color, you can do like this. Okay. So, and if you want to still add any modifications for that one, so you can, instead of this one, this uh, black color, probably I may use some other color. So this is only for that coloring boss. Okay. And I want to see in between. Okay, and I want to make it as bold, or if I want to make any changes, times new roman, I'm just making that times new roman thing. Okay, apply here and just click this one. Now you can see 2009 gdp. So this is one kind of adjustment where you can do for this one. Suppose if I just go to dashboard, you can see, so not this one. So dashboard, you can see the first sheet is having GDP of 2009. Okay. And if I want to add 2010 also, so what I can do is I can simply go here and click this one. So I'm clicking this new worksheet. So now my data is completely plain now. Okay. So what I have to do is, so I'm just showing the total process, like who have started doing that one. You can also start doing along with me. Okay, so what you can do is you can split your screen into two. So windows button, right click. Okay, if you click your windows button and right click, you will be able to split the screen into two. It's either two or something. So this side you can have my class or this class, and the right side you can do on your own. Okay, so but for you to see, I'm just making this one. You can split the screen according to your requirement. So first step is I have to drag country name to canvas. So I have I have dragged that to this 2010. So this I want to make it, instead of sheet 2, I'm just making this as GDP of 2010. Okay, so just update. Whenever I do this GDP of 2010, if I do change first here, obviously that change will be automatically updated here. So here it has not happened because I've used first GDP here, then I have changed the sheet name. So default sheet name, whatever is there, so that will be updated here. But after this also, if I don't want GDP of 2010 here and I want 2010 GDP, so I can just double click. So here, instead of GDP of 2010, I want to make it as 2010 GDP. Okay. And so this I want to show in some other color. Maybe I want some dark color like this. Okay. And I want it to be in bold, and I want it to be in center. Okay. So I'm just applying. Now you can see my total, this has become 2010, and this sheet name will not change. I hope you are following. Okay, so whatever, here it is sheet 3, and here also it is sheet 3. If I change sheet 3 first on here, and then change this sheet 3 name on the tab, then there will not be any change on the heading. But whatever I type here, suppose here I'm just typing Suhas. Okay, so I'm typing Suhas. So now Suhas is highlighted here. Okay. So if I just try to change this one, so that will be changed. Whatever is there. Suppose if I just make this as Murali. Okay. So whatever I do in this sheet name, so that will be automatically updated here. But so here this is Murali, and if I change this Murali here, okay. So this, instead of Murali, I'm mentioning Gaurav. Okay, so Gaurav, I want to be bold in different color. Okay, so and center aligned, apply. So now you see this Gaurav is changed here, and this Murali is as it is. Okay, so this is what default setup. Whatever you make change here, that change will be automatically updated here. Okay, but if you are making any change here, so that will not be changing the sheet name. Okay, and here if you want to have any other color as a background, okay, so format title, so instead of title, shading is none here, but I want to have some kind of shading here. Maybe if I take this color, so this will be automatically applied. Okay, so this fonts, everything that you can change. So 2010 data I want here. So whenever you get this sort of thing, you have to just cancel this one. Okay, so just cancel that so that you can see your original database here. And as I wanted to have GDP 2010, I'm just dragging 2010 and leaving here. As default, you'll be able to see only 3 to 4 countries. So this is the country which has got highest GDP. Okay, so we'll check like what are the countries which has got highest GDP here. So for that, I'm using one more sheet. So here, country name I'm taking on the rows, and so GDP 2010 I'm talking, right. So I'm taking GDP 10 here. Okay, so now you can see this are like that. So which is the country which has got the highest, probably high income. So there are different names, and if I want to align this, what can I do? How can I align these things, like highest to lowest, lowest to highest, anything like that? So there are multiple options here. Even in Excel, you can identify, you can do this sort of work in multiple ways. Here also you'll be having multiple ways. So if you just try to click here, so you can see total world high income, OECD post. So these are the things which we have got this one. Okay, and if you try to, if you want to reverse that one, you can just do reverse. Okay, so there are certain countries which don't have anything, and it started increasing continuously like that. Okay, so you want to get back to original place, like nor you can do that the third clicking. Okay, so one, two, three clickings will change highest to lowest and lowest to highest, something like that. Okay, so now 2010 is this one. Suppose here if you want to increase the size of that one, okay, you can just click here and go to edit sizes, increase this size, different things. Okay, so
The
presentation with
screen is not
GDP.
visible.
Okay, so dashboard creation we'll see in the next. My screen is not visible. Nothing has happened here.
Now it's visible, sir.
Okay, because maybe I'm shifting between this slide, the sheets. That's all. Okay, so this is what the very basic thing, and dashboard creation we will see next class. Because as the data is somewhat bigger, probably there are some people who are facing the problem. So this basic visualization you can also try, and other things that we'll see later, because here you are not able to make any comparison. For that I'm going to show one more thing. So just go to file and open a new one. Okay, so if you just open a new sheet, so it will give me a new working sheet, because as I've shared a Tesla data with you. Okay, so here just go to data and new data source, or you can use control D also. So new data source, and as I wanted you to take the Tesla data sheet, so just Tesla data. Okay, so here also, if you see, there are two sheets. So in solution, there is nothing present. Only what exactly the data present in the first one, data. What should I do? How can I view the data? Anyone? Because the Tesla data is here in my thing. Okay, so Tesla data. So So this is GDP. So this is Tesla data. In solution, we don't have anything. Okay, when there are multiple data sheets, how you are going to access the data? For that only, I kept that one. So empty. Third row is some indicator or some description. Fourth row is again empty. From fifth row, you are able to see the data. So in that, if I want to see what is been shared that with you. So if you see how many rows are there completely, so totally 85,597. So in that, if I see, there is something model S, model X, and some other models are there. Okay. And if you see the country map here, so country here, United States, Germany, again Germany, so Germany, maybe as of now I can see Australia, third country, I can see as of now 3 countries. Okay. And the type of purchase. Okay, so next is type of purchase: deposit, cash purchase, deposit, cash purchase. So deposit, cash purchase. As of now, I can see two types of purchases. Okay, and next is how many 75D, AWD, 75 RWD. So there are 90D. So there are multiple versions. And price of all this, I think somewhat similar. This is the data set, and as I already told, it is having 85,000 odd. Okay, so in that, if I want to see what is the profit model X, what is the profit which only US is getting, what is the profit which Germany is getting, or what is the profit? All these things we can see. So if I want access to data present in this data sheet, automatically here also I can say first two things are here. So first 4 rows are completely empty. Okay, so because of that, you can see here also null. Okay, how can I overcome or how can I delete these null values? By not deleting manually, how to use just click that one. It will take some time and it is still loading. So now you can see this got converted. Now if I just see place my mouse in the data type, it is showing ABC, which is a categorical one, number which is a number, and it is data actual, but this is going to be, this should be usually a date data type. So that has not been mentioned correctly here. And here it is data which is showing globe symbol. If the globe symbol is shown here, that means you're talking about country. And here purchase type is a column or column. Again, it is a character. So collection of characters and numbers. So alphanumeric, it is ABC here. Price, as it is a complete number, it has taken hash. So profit, it is a number, it has taken like this. Is that clear, guys? Are you able to check this one? So by seeing this, you should be able to understand what type of data that you are talking. Okay. So here this is data which is talking about that one. So you can change that type into date also, because as it is a time period, I've just mentioned this like that. Okay. So when I click that one, now you see the data type has completely changed into calendar. Now you can see it is showing a calendar symbol, right? So you can just make change like that also. Okay. So next, as I wanted to see what this one, I'm just going to this here. Now you can see completely this country. So how many countries are there? As of now, we have seen 3 countries. I'm just dragging and dropping here. So there are only 3 countries: Australia, Germany, US. So what is the profit in these 3 countries? So So if I just drag and drop here, I can see profits like this. Okay. Suppose if I don't like this pattern, what I can do is you can just swap the row and column. So this is what that in a separate row or column, you can just take out like that. Okay. So this is what. So when I just taken and pasted here, it is showing like that. Suppose if you want to see that in a separate column or row, you can do like that. Okay, and if you want to see how much profit is presented in these three countries, go to label. So just click that one. Okay, and if you want to see country wise separately in different colors, you can see this one. Okay, and it will ask you you are allowed to take different charts also. This is one either a bar chart or column chart. You can see the maximum thing has been highlighted here. Okay, if you want to see this figure, you can see that one. If you want to see this country figure, sometimes it may allow or may not. I think it is not allowing here. So you can have bubbles also here. I think it is taking some time because I've clicked multiple things. So like that, you can see country wise profits in your system. Is that clear, guys? Maybe the GDP data set is clear. The sheet which I've shown is very simple. So though it has got 85,000 rows, this data, whatever the profits that generated in these three countries have been shown like that. I think it has got some problem. Okay, fine. So it is showing that map also. So maps, US profit is this, and I think US has got two options. Okay, so this is how it will show maps, and since the data sheet is somewhat bigger, 85,000, it has taken a lot of time. Okay, so like that, you can see this one. So this is what the bubble that you can see here. Okay, so just click that one and you'll be able to see how much is. Now, once you place your cursor, you'll be able to see how much is. Now, once you place your cursor, you'll be able to see that. Suppose there is other option here. Once you want to see only Australia, so click on Australia and keep only. Once you keep only, you'll be able to see only Australia's data in this sheet. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to, again, if you click that, you'll get everything. If you want to just click exclude here, so Germany got excluded, you can do that. Or if you want to show only that one, that also can be done. Okay. So this is what basic starting, like if you want to see that. Okay, so country wise, if you just take country here and we want to see what is the profits that has been generated, so you can just get like that. Okay, maybe you can see a bar chart, or maybe you can see any other shape. So if you click shape and whatever you want to have, if you want to have any other color, you can show that. Okay, fine. So, as some of the students initially mentioned, you're not able to practice simultaneously or understand simultaneously. So, what I can do is from next time, I'll take session only offline. So, till you get basic practice, because most of the students I've seen are seeing this for the first time. So, you are not able to understand this or practice this simultaneously. From next time, I'll take session in class only. Okay, so now are you able to just uh, download a file and just open that in Tableau and do basic sheet operations?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the students who are comfortable, fine. The students who are not and who are not able to understand or is facing some problem, so next class maybe If at all time permits, I'll take class on Monday. Just let me know next week any other classes you are free so that I'll engage in that session also. Okay, so maybe some of you can take initiative like Gaurav or Suhas or some people who have access to all, because so one from regular and one from Divas will be doing your time schedules better, and combinedly if you give like this is the day time where we are free, so probably I can engage that class also so that uh, we'll complete Tableau as quickly as possible. Fine. Is that okay, guys? Okay, so fine. I think no problem. Okay, guys. Like so, then we'll meet in the next class. Okay. So thank you, and I'll share. I think I already shared this file set. So fine. We'll meet in the next class. So thank you. Take care. Bye.